A simple but profound realization changed my life a few years ago when I realized, this sounds so ridiculously simple, but it's like until we really get it. Hi, this is Hine. If someone asks you, how are you? How often do you reply, great, or fantastic, thanks, or something like that? Or are you more likely to say something like, not too bad? You know, where I think that comes from, I know this is so common for people to say not too bad or something more like that, much more common than people saying fantastic, great, thanks. The reason for this, I believe, is that we have a belief that we don't even know we have, and that is that if I'm not getting everything I want, if life isn't working out exactly as I wanted it to be, and I'm not feeling the way I want all of the time, then something's wrong. But if you think the meaning of life is for you to always get what you want and always feel the way you want, then you are setting yourself up for disappointment. But this is what most people do. We attach our happiness to getting what we want. And so we set ourselves up for disappointment and we resist and fight against whatever isn't going our way. So a simple but profound realization changed my life a few years ago when I realized, this sounds so ridiculously simple, but it's like until we really get it, I realized that life is meant to have challenges. All my life, I'd been fighting against them as if they shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be like this. But when I called out that belief, recognized that I had this belief that said, when things aren't going the way I want, it's not right. It shouldn't be like this. I called out that belief and I switched it for a new belief, and that is, we're meant to have challenges. It's part of the human experience. It's normal. And then what happened was that I realized that I could feel happy, content, peaceful, even when challenges were happening. And so I used to really struggle against life. I saw life so much as a struggle. I didn't see challenges, I saw struggle. And when I started switching that feeling, that energy, and that word from struggle to challenge and accepting that they're meant to be there, I was so much happier, and I could just recognize with this detachment, without attaching my happiness to needing things to be a certain way, I could recognize, oh, here's another challenge. That's normal. What's the best way for me to respond to this? Whereas in the past, I just reacted with fighting against and wishing it were different and just making myself generally unhappy. So the key is that we call out this ridiculous belief that we have, that we don't even know we have in most cases, this crazy belief that says, until life is exactly the way I want it to be, and unless I'm feeling good all of the time, and unless things are going the way I want them to be, I can't really be happy, and I wouldn't really be able to say, I'm great, thanks. Call it out. It's not true. Part of the human experience and part of life is that we will have challenges. And without that contrast anyway, how would we ever be able to appreciate the good things? How could you fully appreciate a beautiful sunny day? If it was a beautiful sunny day every day, it'd just be meh, you know, everything's just the same. How could you really appreciate your good health if you'd never experienced ever being sick? Without that contrast, we can't appreciate and see how beautiful it is to come back into a state of feeling good. So we need challenges to grow. It is part of life. You don't have to like it, but it's so much easier if you do, if you embrace it. So how about the next time someone says to you, how are you? You say, great or fantastic, because you can, and because you don't need everything to be a certain way before you can say that. How sad would it be if that were the case? You'd never really get there, would you? Because life always has challenges, and the sooner we accept and embrace that, the happier we can be. If you found this video helpful, remember to share it with others. And it would be great to hear from you, so leave a comment below. Remember, if you haven't already signed up for my meditation freebies, you can do that over at kellyhine.com, and then you will join my email list for more helpful tips and resources for living a life that you love. Thanks for listening, and remember to always make space to calm your mind and nourish your soul. I'll see you next time.